Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're here to cut through the noise and focus on what really matters in tech. And today, June 19th, 2025, we're digging into some really fresh AI news. Our goal, like always, is to pull out the key insights, help you make sense of what's actually significant in this, well, incredibly fast field. There's a lot of buzz right now. Hashtag AI progress is already trending over on X. We've got some fascinating stuff to cover. Google's new voice search thing, Midjourney jumping into video, which is pretty surprising, and a really interesting open source AI model that's got researchers talking. So yeah, lots to unpack. Let's jump right in. First up, Google. They've rolled out something called Search Live with voice AI. Picture this. You're just talking, actually talking to your search engine and getting like conversational answers back. It's a real-time voice feature built into their AI mode. That's the generative AI interface they have.
Empowered by Gemini AI.
Exactly. Their big multimodal model. What's really cool, I think, is how it works. It gives you spoken answers, but you also see the usual visual links on the screen.
Yeah. So it's both auditory and visual feedback.
Yeah, exactly. You hear it, you see it. Now, right now, it's just in the US.
Mm-hmm.
And only for people in Google's AI Mode Labs program, Android and iOS both.
Okay.
It feels like, I don't know, a potentially big shift for search, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. This could really change how we interact with information online. We're moving away from just typing keywords
Right.
towards something much more, well, natural. Like having a conversation. Your search engine becomes more like a partner you can talk to.
A conversational partner, yeah.
But that U.S.-only rollout is a key point.
Mm-hmm.
Why just the U.S. for now? Are there technical hurdles, infrastructure challenges maybe, and how long before the rest of the world gets access? That's a big question for a global platform like Google.
That's a really good point. Global access is definitely something to watch. Okay, so shifting gears a bit from finding information to creating it. Let's talk Midjourney.
Ah, yes, the image generator.
The image generation powerhouse, yeah. Oh, they've just stepped into the video ring.
Wow, okay, that's new.
Big time. They've launched their V1 video model. This is their official entry into AI video. And the details are interesting. It's available to everyone, but it's an extra $10 a month.
Okay, an add-on subscription.
Right. And their whole pitch is about accessibility and quality. They're saying they want to be a creative video studio for the masses.
Ambitious. For the masses.
Yeah. And it puts them right up against tools like Google's VO3. So competition is heating up there.
Definitely.
So thinking about that accessibility angle, does this mean like high-quality video is suddenly within reach for almost anyone? Small creators, individuals, could it blur the lines?
I think that's exactly the potential here. It really could democratize video creation significantly, putting these powerful tools, really powerful, into way more hands, people who never had the budget or, the technical skills before.
Yeah, that makes sense.
We could see a whole new wave of creators, maybe exploring video in ways we haven't seen. The big challenge for Midjourney, though, will be finding that sweet spot.
What do you mean?
Balancing the accessibility, keeping it easy to use for the masses,
Right.
while also offering the advanced controls and quality that more demanding users expect.
That's tricky.
It is.
Yeah.
But if they nail it,
Mm-hmm.
this could seriously shake up the AI video space, force everyone else to adapt, maybe even change what we think of as pro video.
Interesting times for creators then.
For sure.
Okay, and sticking with these big leaps, there's another development that's really got the AI research community buzzing. MiniMax.
Ah, the open source model. Yeah.
A new open source model, MiniMax-M1. And it sounds, well, pretty groundbreaking.
The specs are certainly impressive.
Extremely. So it's an open source large language model, an LLM. Get this. It has a 1 million token context window.
Which is huge. Absolute massive context.
And an 80,000 token output capacity. So for listeners, that context window, 1 million tokens, that lets the AI process and sort of remember an enormous amount of information at once.
Like reading several books and keeping it all straight.
Exactly. Crucial for complex, long tasks.
And performance-wise.
Apparently, it's outperforming models like DeepSeek R1, even Claude Opus 4 on some long context reasoning tasks.
Wow. Okay. That's significant.
And technically, under the hood, it uses a 45.9 billion parameter mixture of experts architecture, MOE.
Right, the MOE approach. Instead of one giant network, it uses specialized expert networks.
Yeah.
Makes it more efficient.
Yeah, routes the task to the right expert. Good for interactive stuff, complex reasoning, but efficient.
Definitely. More efficient computation for certain tasks.
But that efficiency comes at a cost up front. The training cost was reportedly over $500,000.
$534,700 I saw. Yeah. That highlights the resources needed at the cutting edge.
No kidding. So what's the real significance here, making something like this open source?
Well, look, releasing a model this capable openly, it could be a massive catalyst for AI research globally.
Oh, so?
It just lowers the barrier for other researchers and developers. They can build on it, experiment with it, push it in directions MiniMax maybe didn't even consider. It could unlock new research areas, especially where that huge context window is needed.
Yep.
Deep analysis of long documents, complex problem solving, things that were bottlenecked before.
So it accelerates everything.
Potentially, yes.
Yeah.
But the key question becomes, how usable is it? How accessible for developers? And what are the practical real-world applications that emerge? That will determine its actual influence beyond just the impressive specs. Power is one thing, broad impact is another.
Right. Bridging the gap from potential to practice.
Exactly.
And, all this stuff we're talking about, Google, Midjourney, MiniMax, it feeds right back into that hashtag we mentioned, hashtag AI progress. The vibe on X seems really, really positive. People are excited by these launches, calling it a new AI era.
Yeah, there's definitely that feeling in the air.
Lots of enthusiasm, people trying things out, exploring creative uses already.
Which is great to see.
But there's also that other side, right? Some folks are asking about the costs, like Midjourney's extra fee and, how accessible these tools really are beyond the early adopters or big labs.
That's a fair point. The accessibility question is always there with powerful new tech.
So when you look at all three, the search interface, the creative tool, the foundational model, what's the common thread tying this hashtag AI progress together? Is it just speed or something deeper?
I think it's more than just speed or capability, though those are obviously part of it. To me, these developments signal a shift in our relationship with AI.
Okay.
We're moving, I think, from AI as just a tool we command.
Right, like a calculator or something.
Sort of, yeah. Towards AI as more of a collaborator, a partner, whether that's in how we find information day to day, how we create art, or how we do fundamental research. The hashtag AI progress hashtag, it captures the excitement. But underneath, I think it reflects this deeper integration of AI into our creative and intellectual lives.
AI as a collaborator, that's a really interesting way to frame it.
It feels like where things are heading. It's definitely a very dynamic time.
It really does feel that way, pushing boundaries everywhere at once. So there you have it, a deep dive into some pretty significant AI innovations from just today, June 19th. Google's Voice and Search Live, Midjourney's big video debut, and that powerful open-source MiniMax-M1 model. AI just keeps moving at this, frankly, incredible speed. And it leaves us with a thought, doesn't it? Considering these changes, especially touching things as basic as search or as creative as video, what changes do you see coming in your own daily tech interactions, or maybe in your own creative work very soon? Something to mull over until our next deep dive.